Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, here we are once again, this time on Shakura's Plateau. It is ChAnCe against vVvNGry. We have vVvNGry here spawning as the red Terran in the top left position. There we have ChAnCe as the pink Zerg once again, not as the blue Zerg this time. So here he is with his pink color in the bottom right. So we have cross positions on Shakura's Plateau right now, and let's do a small recap of the last game. I mean, vVvNGry was going for this mass Viking harassment oriented style, was doing so much damage to the overlords, to the queens, to the drones, meanwhile taking the gold, taking the island expansion, and then ChAnCe was in the lobby before this game here on Shakura's Plateau started, complaining a little bit about Terran staying on one base, and then vVvNGry just told him, okay, since 53 food he was already on the island expansion, and then he told us that Jinro, the gorilla Terran himself, slayer of the Korean players, slayer of the Korean player. You heard it here first. Special Andrew, Rhyme Malicious once again. Anyway, used this build in the better days, but in the good old days of the better, he was doing another transition because, like we saw here, he transitioned into Battle Cruiser Banshee. But vVvNGry just decided to go for follow it up with a double 8 marine drop, and there we saw how successful it was. So this build was really awesome, and I mean, if you do not expect it right away, you're not in that good of a position to deal with it. And I mean, Hydras are most likely a very good thing to have because they can deal with the Vikings on the low ground, they can deal with the Vikings in the air, and they can deal with the Marines and the Medivacs pretty good as well. So let's take a look. What do we have here, by the way? And once again, oh, actually not this time. I was just expecting a double barracks opening by vVvNGry, but looks like now he's going for the one barracks into expand, but he's not following this. Following up this with two more barracks, just a second barracks, not a third right away, because he decided to go for the double gas pretty soon. So I would expect after this barracks is finished, this barracks being lifted up, landed over here. Now he's just completing the wall off with the engineering bay instead, maybe going for the fast +1 attack, and then just go for the factory right away, putting out the supply depot behind the destructible rocks, going for the orbital command here at the natural expansion. Meanwhile, ChAnCe is going for his second extractor, going for the layer right away, very fast layer by ChAnCe here. And is he going for a third base in about 1 or 2 minutes? Because in about 7 or 9 minute mark, which is very common for Zerg players who see their Terran or Protoss opponent going for a very fast expansion, to just go for another expansion themselves as well. Really curious if he is doing that or not. So let's take a look at what vVvNGry is doing. And yes, vVvNGry is following up with a factory, but he's not only following up with a factory number 1, he's also producing factory number 2. So looks like looks like he is going for some mech oriented play right now. Meanwhile, once again, it will be some sort of Keurig style by ChAnCe. He's not going for any fast mutas, but looks like he just wants to go for the very fast banelings instead. And by fast banelings, I mean not having out the banelings early, but having the fast baneling, the centrifugal hook upgrade there pretty soon. And we see two very important upgrades coming up for vVvNGry right away. Important upgrade number 1 will be the stim pack. Important upgrade number 2 will be the blue flame Hellions. Some stim marines with some blue flamed Hellions will be quite effective here. So ChAnCe, what is he doing? He's just producing more Zerglings. He's going for the +1 attack. He is going for the centrifugal hook. So it looks like he wants to go once again for this Keurig style speed bane timing push. Going for the third extractor here in total, not expanding here to the 2 o'clock expansion, not expanding to the center location, not going for any hidden expansions here in the bottom left. And he's just getting more and more Zerglings. I mean, he's got how many Zerglings on the field already? 44. He's not going for any more drones, just having more and more and more Zerglings. So actually, if he wants to produce so many Marines, so many Zerglings, why not going for another hatchery? So in-base hatchery is you build an in-base hatchery if you want to build a lot of low-cost units, and Zerglings actually are a lot of low-cost units. There he's morphing in some Banelings already. Where are the Hellions? Now they are moving out. The Blue Flame just got finished for Angry. Now he's lifting up the barracks. Is he landing the barracks right away? Yes, he is. There are the Hellions moving out, and now all the Hellions go down right away to the Banelings. Those 6 Hellions just immediately died, and Angry got with a fuck my life here as a response. Baneling rolling and taking out the bunker, taking out even bunker number 2, and yes, bunker number 2 will get taken out as well. Now it is time for the Blue Flame Hellions to hide behind the supply depot, but the Zerglings were able to get in there, and this was the worst possible timing for Angry, the best possible timing for ChAnCe, taking his chances here. Oh, sorry. Little bit too much excitement here for me. So now we see all those Zerglings taking out the remaining SCVs, and Angry just saying, can't believe I just did the GGing out of the game. So ChAnCe, after being behind one game, tying up the series, he was able to tie up the series once again. We will go into an ace match with some pretty entertaining TVZ series here. ChAnCe against Angry, ChAnCe taking game number 4. Congratulations to him. And now I am hoping just for test bug as the 5th map. Oh, it